This is the secret to being a successful and wildly profitable trader. I'm going to share with you the secret to what makes a successful trader, whether that be Forex, stocks, crypto, or commodities. This is what you need to know. Hello there and welcome to the Not Financial Advice YouTube channel, where we talk all things trading, personal finance, and how to live your best life. If you want to make more money in less time while having way more fun in life, then this is the channel for you. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, and you set up alerts so you get notified when we release our videos. Having personally now worked for many years with a lot of traders and been mentored by highly successful traders for over 9 years now, one thing that all those who are successful have in common is they all have a process in place. It is why I always say to my mentees that process is profit. Now that seems like a nice catchy tagline, but let me unpack that for you. If you have listened to any of my free training resources on trading, then you already know by now that I am all about keeping you safe. And guess what? Not only will the right process keep your money safe, it will actually allow you to make even more of it too. If you are going to be trading financial markets, you should know that you would be insane to try it without having a strategy in place first. This is not one of those times where you wing it and you create something as you go, like building the plane as you fly. No. If you do that with investing, you will get your butt kicked, waste time and waste money if you don't first have the right knowledge, the right strategy, the right systems and support in place to make this successful. What you actually need to know are multiple effective strategies that you can flex and adapt over time. For the purpose of this video, let's say that you were just to trade one strategy. There are things you will need to know about how well that strategy is going to perform for you. Because if the performance is going to be bad, and by that I mean it just isn't going to make you enough money, then there is no point you trading it. We're in this to make profit. We're in this to make an income. What then are just 3 of the key things you need to know in order to make that decision? You will need to know these 3 magic numbers I'm going to talk about now. So number 1 is risk to reward. Number 2, win-loss ratio. Number 3, trade frequency. So just touching lightly on these now, because with those who I mentor or who become part of Star Trading and our private Facebook group, I go into a lot more detail. Not only these 3, but other key factors that are highly imperative to be aware of when picking a strategy to trade. Alternatively, my mentees can just learn the same strategies that I trade, which have been tested for a minimum of 10 years each at this stage. There is no point reinventing the wheel, right? If you want to master a skill set fast, use the same skill that your mentor is using in the same way. This is one way you can rocket fuel your progression by doing that. So risk to reward ratio is the balance we have between how much we stand to lose on a trade and how much we stand to make back in profit. With our risk to reward, make sure that your trade is going to win at least what it is that you are going to be risking. Now, that shouldn't be more than 1% of your account size per trade that you're risking. Even this needs greater thought and process though. For example, what happens if you have 5 trades on the table, all at 1% risk? That means you have 5% of your account at risk. Okay, so that may not mean they will all fall out of bed, but they could. This was a lesson I learned very early on in my trading journey. Now imagine you were risking just 2%, those 5 trades would create a loss of 10%. And if you risk 5% per trade, like some ridiculous trading gurus suggest, you would be down by 25% or 1/4 of your account. Now don't panic. That isn't going to happen to you if you follow the Star Trading method. It is why we guarantee if you follow our process correctly, you will not lose all of your money. It's mathematically impossible. And for our mentees, we even guarantee their results 2 over their first 10 trades. We guarantee their results. Depending on how you balance your risk to reward will impact the next number we're talking about. So it's going to impact on what win-loss ratio you need that strategy to achieve. The higher your risk to reward, the lower loss ratio you need in order to be profitable. For example, if you have a 2-for-1 risk reward, then you can lose 60% of the time and still be profitable. That literally means you can lose more trades than you win and still be a successful trader. trader. Touching on trade frequency here, just for a second, if you have a strategy that works 100% of the time, it doesn't exist, but say it did, but it only happens once per year, you won't be happy with that. One thing I work on with our mentees is what trade frequency is going to work for them, based specifically on their lifestyle, their goals, and their situation. Trading is not a one-size-fits-all. My job as a mentor and what my team do is find what is going to work specifically for you. That is how we start off all of our mentorships, identifying that, including your personality type. I'm going to example this process system with risk to reward. I remember questioning why, if my mentor is so good at trading, why are they risking no more than 1% per trade? Some of you may be asking the same thing. Needless to say, I started trading the strategy I had tested and instantly I hit a bad run. It happens. Trade 1 lost. Bye-bye 1%. The next trade lost. Bye-bye 2%. Oh geez, this isn't a comfortable feeling. I must be a failure, I was thinking. The next trade loses, that's 3% down. I really must be a failure, I'm telling myself. I've got no talent at this. Next trade loses, crap, that's 4% down. What is actually happening? I must be cursed. Trade 5 hits its stop. Flip's sake, this trading thing is utter bull. I'm 5% down, my mentor must be a liar, and this must all be a scam. And then I slam my laptop furiously. Thankfully, I had ice cream and my mentor on speed dial. So what lesson did I actually learn through that process? Well, one lesson I will give here is that you should consider having a maximum risk process, not just a trade by trade risk process. This means you have a pre-decided set risk process. This could be a 5% risk max, meaning you could make 5 trades at 1% risk per trade, or you could take 3 trades, 2 at 2% and 1 at 1%, etc., etc. if you're starting with a smaller account. Every decision we make as traders needs to be pre-decided ahead of time. That is the power of process, and that's when it really comes into play. Other areas you need to create a process is in your trade record systems. Not only your live trading, but your testing as well, your historical data collection. I have a detailed, sophisticated spreadsheet, well, sophisticated to me, as I'm not really an Excel whiz. I use it not only for my live trades, but also my strategy testing. I use this with my mentees too, as it means we are all on the same page and I can instantly identify where they are making mistakes or could tailor small bits of their strategy to get a better edge, higher profit and lower risk. We like lower risk and higher profit. My mentor did this with me, and it meant that if I had have known what I knew now because of what he taught me, I could have nearly doubled my results over the period I was analyzing with my data. Process is powerful. Data is powerful. You also need to have a trade management process in place. This is touching on the more advanced trading methods, so I won't go into too much detail here for now, but stick to having an entry, a stop, and a target. Raise your orders and then do not fiddle. Nobody should be fiddling with anything or anyone. You should have already decided on what you are doing with the trade before you place it in anyway. So, what decision do you have to make after? At this stage, none. When you get more advanced, then I can teach you different methods of maximizing profits, of minimizing risk, of managing the trade. That we reserve for those on our more advanced stage of the mentorship process. We have to make sure you understand the foundations first. So if you would like to join me and my team at the next training event that we are doing, where we will be unlocking the secrets and teaching you the techniques in a more detailed way by revealing to you the Bloomberg featured star trading method, then check out the details in the description where I have a free gift for you as well. My name is Lewis Crompton and this is not financial advice.